All right, let's slow things down and really talk strategy. A lot of players make the mistake of treating Clash Royale like it's all about fast reactions or luck, when in reality it's a long-term game of decision-making. If you want to climb steadily without burning out, you have to start thinking of Clash Royale the way a chess player thinks about the board. Every move has consequences, every card you play opens or closes opportunities, and every match is a lesson that can make you stronger for the next one. Let's begin with the most fundamental principle: elixir efficiency. If you only take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Winning in Clash Royale isn't about who has the flashiest cards, it's about who spends their resources more wisely. Imagine your elixir bar as your wallet. Every time you drop a big card like a P.E.K.K.A. or a Golem, you're spending almost your whole paycheck at once. If your opponent defends that push with just a few cheap cards and trades positively, they're essentially walking away with profit. Over the course of the game, these small advantages stack up, and by the time double elixir hits, you're out of resources while they're comfortably controlling the flow of the match. So the calm, disciplined way to play is always asking yourself, is this card worth the cost right now? Am I spending wisely or am I overcommitting? The next concept I want you to focus on is deck mastery. This is something I see so many players overlook. They chase trends, switching decks every week whenever they see a YouTuber winning with something new. But here's the truth. Mastery beats meta almost every time. A player who has truly mastered a deck knows all the ins and outs of their matchups, the correct placements, the timing of every interaction. That kind of knowledge can turn a so-called off-meta deck into a trophy-pushing machine. So my advice is this. Pick a deck you genuinely enjoy playing and commit to it for the long run. Don't get distracted by shiny new strategies. Invest in your main deck, upgrade only those cards, and study every possible scenario until piloting it becomes second nature. Now let's talk about defense. A calm, strategic player doesn't panic when they see a huge push coming their way. They don't throw every card in the field hoping to stop it. They stay disciplined. The key to solid defense is layering your responses. Instead of dropping all your cards at once, you stagger them. Use a building to pull the tank, then add a support card to take out the damage dealers, and finally use a cheap cycle card to distract or finish off stragglers. This layered approach not only saves elixir, but also sets you up for a counter push. And that's where many games are, turning a good defense into a strong counterattack. Remember, Clash Royale isn't about overwhelming your opponent from the start. It's about waiting patiently for the right moment to strike. Another principle of calm, strategic play is avoiding unnecessary risks. For example, don't always rush to place your win condition as soon as you hit 10 elixir. Be patient. Watch your opponent's responses. Take mental notes. Did they use their best counter earlier in the cycle? If so, now might be the right time to push. If not, wait it out. Discipline is what separates consistent climbers from players who yo-yo up and down the ladder. The goal isn't to win as fast as possible. The goal is to play in a way that minimizes mistakes and steadily builds advantages. Now let's touch on progression and resource management for free-to-play players, because this is where long-term strategy really comes in. Your gold, wildcards, and gems are precious, and how you spend them will define how competitive your account becomes. My advice, don't spread your resources thin. Funnel everything into the cards that matter for your main deck. Be selective. That means ignoring cards you don't use, even if they look tempting to upgrade. Think of it as planting a tree. You want to pour water and nutrients into one tree until it grows strong, not scatter them across a whole field and wonder why nothing thrives. Now let's talk about mindset, because this is where calm players shine. You're going to lose matches. That's unavoidable. But losing doesn't mean you're failing. Each loss is a free lesson if you look at it the right way. Instead of slamming your phone and blaming the game, go back and watch your replays. Did you overcommit? Did you ignore elixir trades? Did you give away free spell value by stacking your troops too close together? These little mistakes add up, and spotting them is how you level up your gameplay. A calm player embraces the losses because they know they're building a stronger foundation for future wins. Finally, let's talk about the big picture. Climbing in Clash Royale isn't about one lucky win streak or a single deck change. It's about patience, consistency, and discipline. You're training yourself to think smarter, play more efficiently, and control your emotions. That's why the calm, strategic approach works so well. It's sustainable. You don't burn out, you don't tilt as hard, and over time you'll find yourself rising through the ranks steadily. Remember, this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And if you stay disciplined, focused, and patient, you'll not only climb higher, but you'll also actually enjoy the process. So the next time you sit down to play, think like a strategist. Slow down. Make deliberate moves. Respect your resources. Analyze your losses. And most importantly, stay calm under pressure. Because in Clash Royale, just like in life, the players who keep their cool are the ones who end up on top.